Hello everyone, I am Taryn and this is my lesson plan video. I decided to go with 5th grade math because I was in the math classroom for my pre-practicum this semester and this is a topic that we covered when I was there. And I'm very interested in this topic. So yeah, I chose to do the plot and read of ordered pairs on a coordinate graph. And this is the common core standard that needs to be met in 5th grade math. So that's what I'm doing. This course is 5th grade math. Okay. The instructional goal, I have to have the knowledge to graph the correct ordered pairs on the coordinate graph. And the instructional objective, or the SLO, which is the student learning objective, is at the end of the lesson, the students will know the parts of the coordinate plane graph and how to plot ordered pairs when given them. The Common Core standard is 5.G.1 and 5.G.2. And the characteristics of learners would be one would be ability to use visual imagery to enhance memory, especially when prompting. And I think this is very important with graphing, using your visual imagery to do the graph and how to do that and stuff. Rehearsal to remember verbal material, so when I'm telling them the ordered pair or something like that, that would be useful. The individual differences of self-control of impulse, emotion, and attention, and the amount of self-control in these areas affects peer relationships and classroom performance. So if they're being, noisy in the classroom, like it's gonna distract the other students. So they need to be focused and not interrupting and stuff like that. Attributes success to hard work and practice. So like if you work hard at this, like you'll get it, and it's very easy to understand, I think, and I hope that students really succeed in this. Emergence of conversation and simple tasks. So that's pretty, the tendency to define teacher chosen activities as work. So yes, it's work you have to do, but it's also, teachers should make it fun, and I would hope that when my future years that my students think that what I give them is fun, or at least a couple activities, and not everything is work. Like everything doesn't have to be work, it can be fun too. Self-descriptions largely limited to concrete, easily observable characteristics. The kind of tasks I'm going to say is information processing, and the known parts of the task is the known parts of the coordinate plane and how to plot ordered pairs. In order to do this, the students will need to learn the x and y axis on the graph of the coordinate plane, list the coordinates of a point on the coordinate plane graph using the xy formula, which is an ordered pair, and that is like this. So this is how every ordered pair is. So it has the parentheses, then it has the x value, and then it has the y value. Oh, there you go. And all of it has parentheses. So, and the next one would be to plot pairs from the xy form, which is this, on the plane when given the coordinates. The sequence of instructional activities is: 1. Connect the horizontal number line with the vertical number line so they can both connect at their zeros, which is called the origin. When the 0, 0 cross, it's the origin. And that's where you'll start to do your coordinate plane. The axis shows the horizontal movement from left to right, while the y-axis shows the vertical movement up and down. Describing the distance, the first number of the ordered pair is the horizontal movement. So say the first number is 3, you're going to go one way 3. All right? And the second number is the vertical movement, so you'll go up and down. I'll give an example of like, we'll do where's the grocery store and where's the park. And I think that's very, like, I mean, every kid probably goes to the grocery store and every kid probably goes to the park. So I think those are very easy things to put in the lesson. The materials that the students will need is graphing paper and a pencil. And I don't really like to use pen because if you mess up, then you can't erase it, which it's okay to make mistakes, of course, but you would want to erase it so you can get the good stuff on there. All right, so my lesson plan. Hello students, to start the lesson, I'm going to give you a question, and that is, how can you tell how far away the grocery store is and the park is from your house in our make-believe town? Because we're just going to make it up, and then you guys can maybe do it on your own. All right, and so I'm going to have these number lines. So a graph, if you guys don't know, is essentially two number lines put together and to make a graph. Okay, so you have a a horizontal number line here and a vertical number line here, and they both have zeros and positive and negative numbers. So what you're going to do is you're going to line them up at 0, 0, like this. And when 0, 0 is called the origin, and so I drew it on a graph here. So as you can see, the 0, 0 is in the middle right here, and that's called the origin. So the ordered pair would be 0, 0. Okay, ordered pair is the x and y value using parentheses. All right. Make sure you remember the origin. We always start from the ordered pairs. We always start from the origin. All right, now we're going to learn about axes right now. All right, so the horizontal line, the horizontal number line here is called the x-axis. All right, so whenever you draw a graph, I would make sure you write the x-axis so you can remember what axis it is. And the vertical axis here is called the y-axis. So just make sure you go ahead and label those so you don't forget. And how you can remember is that the y is taller than the y is taller than the x. So taller means y. And so the x might not be wider, but it's smaller but a little bit thicker, so you can use that as the x-axis. Remember, the y is taller, so that's the vertical one. All right, and so whenever you get an ordered pair, okay, let's go do this is always going to be a left to right movement, and this is always going to be an up and down. All right, when describing the distance in an ordered pair, which is this, there'll be numbers in here soon. The first number of the ordered pair is always going to be the horizontal movement. The first number in the ordered pair is always going to be a horizontal movement. The second number in the horizontal, okay, so you get it. This is the x, and this is going to always be first, and this is going to always be first, right? So the y, the second number, is going to be the vertical movement because it's the second one, okay? So if we have the number 3, 2, okay, like this, 3, 2. So this is going to be my first movement, okay? So we're going to go to our little number line here. So this is the origin. We're starting at the origin, remember. Always, always, always. So we're going to go over 3. 1, 2, 3. All right, draw a line. So our second number is 2. And so we're going to go up 2 because they're positive numbers, okay? If they were negative, we would go the other way. They're positive numbers, okay? So we're going to go up 2. 1, 2. All right, so meet them here. Draw a line up, line over, so they meet, okay? We have 3, 2 there. And that is going to be the store. Now the next ordered pair that I am going to have is going to be the park. All right, so we have 6 right here. So that's the first number. So we're going to go over to our board here and go over 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Draw a line to 6. I'm going to go up 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to go over to 6 and up to 4. And that is our order. That's where our number is. That's where the park is. Remember, we're starting at our house. And our house is the origin, which is 0, 0. All right? So now for the plotting, so I'm going to do a dot on here, and you're going to give me the ordered pair. All right? I'll help you out with it. So what we can do, first of all, is that we can draw numbers over and over, down and over, to get our answer. So we're going to go over, and that's to 2, and down, that's to 4. So what number comes first again? All right, the x-axis numbers go first. So if we go over 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 is our first number because that is the x-axis number. And horizontal movements always come first. Then we're going to go up. So 1, 2. 2 is our second number because this up and down goes second. All right? That is great. I hope you guys are getting that. And now, lastly, I'd like to explain one little thing. Introduce the quadrants of the graph. So the quadrants are the parts of the graph, and there's 4 parts of the graph that we have, as you can see, breaking up into 1, 2, 3, and 4 parts. So we're going to start at the top right here, and this is the first quadrant. This is the second quadrant. This is the third quadrant. This is the fourth quadrant. All right? So I just want to touch base. We'll learn more about this in our next lesson, but this is what I wanted to show you for now. Well, I hope you guys learned how to plot and learn how to read plots on a coordinate graph.